Here's a little song I wrote. Might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry. Be happy now.
I'd have to agree. We're talking about Clairo today, guys. And I'm eating sushi from AGV. I'm doing it with my fingers as well, because I can do whatever I want. I got this from HEB. I think I already said that. If you don't have an HEB where you're from, I'm sorry. So, Clairo. It's time. Let's I need to stop saying that. It's really annoying. Let's start addressing the elephant in the room. The whole industry plan thing. When people start talking about how the new Clairo album was coming out, a lot of my friends were like, "Ooh, yeah," like, we're not supposed to like her because she's an industry plant. And I was thinking about it a lot, and I looked into it more, and I had like a whole discussion with my friends, like, what even is an industry plant? Like, what does that even mean? I think that everyone was so upset because she was like, everyone was saying that she's acting like this DIY indie kid when she has a dad who's like really rich and famous and has all these connections. And I don't know, I don't really understand that, because like, so like, if you have connections, are you not supposed to use them? Like, I don't think she ever was trying to market herself as like, oh, I came from the ground up, you know. She's just an indie kid, and indie kid culture. But, I don't know, it gives into the whole DIY, you know, do-it-yourself thing. But that doesn't mean that, you know, if you are well-connected and privileged, that you're not allowed in the indie culture. Like, that didn't make sense to me. And so, yeah, if you have a rich dad who's in the music industry, go for it. Like, congrats, you got lucky. You won the genetic lottery. Get at it. And so I kind of had that in mind. That's kind of where I stand on the whole issue, for being honest. And all the people I talk to, I think the big controversy is that a lot of people are saying it's sexist. They're saying, you know, you're chalking up a woman's success to a man, and I think that's what she said in response to all of this. And I've also noticed a lot of people who are like, ooh, she's an industry plant, we hate her, we're men. But I don't want to be like, oh, a successful woman, y'all hate her, you're staying mad, because, you know, there is controversy. You do have to, like, if you have a rich dad who is in the music industry, you have to, you don't have to talk about it, but people are going to look at that and talk about it. And I don't think it's completely chalked up to sexism, but I do think the reason it was such a big issue is a little bit of sexism. So that's what I think. That's how I feel. And so, with all that being said, also, I am very sunburned. That's why my face is red. Turns out when you don't have melanin and you go in the sun, you're born. Who knew? But that being said, I only listened to some of her songs. I didn't really consider myself like a massive fan, but I did like her and her music and whatever. But it felt very of its time. which, when you're young, like, there's nothing wrong with that. And so, like, after a few years of all that going down, it's interesting, like, look back at her music and how it is viewed and how it is now. And I was worried listening to this new album, it was gonna be like a rehashing of the same thing, if that makes sense. And I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna like this, because it's just gonna be like indie kid TM. Not that I'm saying it was like that before, but if she didn't evolve from where she was, it was going to be like indie kid TM. And so I was worried about that. But I want to say right off the bat, I was pleasantly surprised. I really liked this album more than I thought I would. She absolutely exceeded my expectations. She absolutely has evolved. I'm sure she's, met more people, gotten more help on her songs. Not that that's a bad thing, not that all of her success is like chalked up to other people. But she's clearly matured, she's grown up, she's evolved, and she has a new sound. That's not an entirely new sound, but it's still her, it's still Clairo. But it's refined, I guess is the way to put it. It's refined. And I remember the single Sophia came out, and like 4 of my friends had all been like, it sounds like a Stroke song. It does sound like a Stroke song. Nothing wrong with that. We like the Strokes. It's good. And it's one of my favorite songs on the album. I understand why she released it. But it's not. Another big issue with like albums and indie artists is that I get really scared that their album is gonna sound all the exact same. This is soy sauce on my finger, by the way. I keep seeing my dirty finger in the corner, and that's gross. But what can you do? We out here having dirty fingers. So, that being said, not all of her songs sound the same. There's a lot going on in each one. The first song, Alewife, it's Alewife. We'd be crying right off the bat, Clairo. Okay, that's fine. I'm on board. I'm crying with you. That's how we're doing it. Nothing wrong with that. But I think my 3 favorite songs are Back to Back, Closer to You, North, and Bags. Those all, in my opinion, sound very different. They have their own sound. But they're all really good. Like, they definitely stand on their own. And I don't know how to describe them. They're good. Closer to You, I wasn't the biggest fan of like the auto-tune voice, because I don't think auto-tune's inherently bad. Like, Brockhampton uses it. I love Brockhampton. They do a great job. But the thing I like about Brockhampton's use of it is that they like create different characters basically for the voices that they do. And so, not that it's not good if you aren't doing that, but it's kind of like set a new expectation where I just like when that's happening. So when it's not happening, I'm kind of like, okay. But it's still one of my favorite songs on the album. It's great. And honestly, not much more to say. I think the huge, Clairo's industry plan thing is stupid. Because even, again, like, we already talked about what is an industry plan, but like, if we're gonna define her as an industry plan, like, okay, and so we can't listen to her music. Like, who isn't an industry plan? What artist isn't? Like, I have a friend who's really into K-pop, and it's like, K-pop is an industry plan. Like, every group, that's how the industry works. Like, you're trained and you're put together and you're debuted, and does that make it bad? Does that make it, can't listen to it because it was manufactured? Like, big budget films are all manufactured, but you all love that shit, so what's the issue? I don't know. I think it's just dumb. I think it's a dumb thing to get mad at someone about. And it's just, what's the straw man? Is that, I don't know phrases. trying to make an issue when there isn't one. And trying to, yeah, it's stupid. It's stupid. And I wish I didn't have to talk about the controversy. I wish I could just talk about her music, but I know people are gonna be grabbing their pitchforks when I say I liked this album. And you know what? I don't care. I liked the album. Clairo is cool in my book. Got no beef with her. The sushi had crab and avocado in it. Spicy mayo. Chef's kiss, delicious. So yeah, all that being said, 8 out of 10. It's good. Sorry. You're mad. You're staying mad. I'm sorry. That was stupid. That's all I got.